Digital.
Woo! Hello, welcome to today's Digicast. I am Sarah Bagby, and it is June 25th. I am joined by Savannah Welch, and did you know that we are halfway to Christmas?
I didn't know that until about 30 minutes ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
So happy Merry Christmas.
Happy Merry Christmas.
Uh-huh.
My birthday is Christmas Eve. So
Yeah,
it's
so
6
it's
months
6 months till her
left
birthday.
until I turn 1 year older. It's
I was going to
fine.
say, why are you so unhappy about it? You're so young.
I don't want to turn a year older. I refuse. I don't want it. Don't give it to me. So I'm not thinking about that. But it is exciting that we're getting closer to the holidays.
Yes, so you can start your Christmas shopping now. I'm going to start birthday shopping for Savannah now. But
I'm here for. I mean, hey, I won't say no to that.
and we are lucky to have you here today. I just want to let you know that the theme today seems to be fire themed, and we brought
Yes.
Savannah in, who is kind of an expert on some of this stuff. So we'll be talking to her about
There's
some
a lot
of this.
going on, that's
There
for
is
sure,
a lot.
yeah.
One of the things is, if you haven't noticed, if you haven't been outside, there is smoke in the air. Did you notice that giant plume of smoke yesterday?
I didn't notice it yesterday, but I noticed it this morning as we were coming back to the station. And
Okay,
I
yeah.
didn't realize the photos are incredible. The videos also, it was huge.
It's
I mean,
a huge
massive.
fire.
You
It
can
started
smell
at
it,
4
too.
p.m. yesterday, and firefighters are still battling the embers on this fire. It is not completely out. It is out enough to where it's safe now, but it's not exactly completely out. Now, this is over... it was caused by a buildup of grease inside the ventilation hood. It was a really big one. It's also called Shin Shin Foods. It's a noodle company that's in North Portland off Thompson Road. And let's see if I can bring up a video actually of the fire, because that was incredible. There we go.
Yeah, it's really incredible. The smoke, you can't really see it in this first frame, but they'll see it in a second, yeah.
So yeah, this was a big one. And get this, more than 100 firefighters were battling these flames. And the biggest concern, of course, was this building collapsing while firefighters were inside. This building is so old that it wasn't required to have a sprinkler system the way the newer buildings do. However, firefighters say even if it did have a sprinkler system, it wouldn't have been enough. It might have slowed the burn, but it wouldn't necessarily have saved this building. Now, here's what Rick Graves from Portland Fire and Rescue had to say about this.
Very old structure, cracks in the walls, the roof is already partially collapsed. There's concern that if the roof may be holding up the walls. So if the roof is actually a functional part of keeping those walls up and down and it burns out, then we're going to have these walls fall to the side.
Now, you may notice a lot of smoke still in the area, which also has caused additional concerns for air quality. So, Portland's Bureau of Emergency Management has the Department of Environmental Quality to assist them with checking on air quality. Of course, though, we'll be following up today and see if anyone has noticed anything or if air quality is an issue going into today.
Yeah, I have a feeling it might be. The fact that right now you can still smell it and there's still smoke going on.
Yeah,
It
it's
is pretty bad
strong.
out there. So if you are sensitive to that kind of thing, then maybe stay inside today if you're in the Portland
Yeah.
area. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, not worth it if
Yeah.
you have any air respiratory issues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, another thing going on is Oregon leaders came together this week to collaborate on the annual summer wildfire outlook briefing. And Savannah, you were there, right?
I was, yeah. There were quite a few concerns that were raised. Fire agencies really say that what they're asking for is more investment into wildfire detection technology. They're also asking for better pay and housing for firefighters. Now, Forest Service Region 6 and 10 in the Pacific Northwest, they say that 20% of their positions are unfilled. Now, they also say burnout. It's a common thing among firefighters, working long hours for months on end, for years on end, even sometimes just long, long days. Those staffing problems only worsen during the height of wildfire season, especially when you have so many different wildfires happening at the same time. Additionally, because of the high fuel load from the wet winter Oregon had, agencies are also asking for federal and state support for prescribed burns. That's to reduce debris and vegetation that could fuel fires.
And one of the Oregon leaders that was there at this briefing was Senator Wyden, and here's what he had to say.
The colder weather months, the time when people really aren't thinking about the fires, and there's been a lot of evidence that this has helped in the past in rural Oregon. I've been able to get additional funds for these prescribed burns, get bipartisan support for the effort. Map.
Now, additionally, we're currently in the process of transitioning from El Nino into La Nina, and NOAA is predicting this to be a pretty active hurricane season. So that's why it's even more important to have staffing in Oregon back at home so that there's enough people covering wildfire response, because it's not just wildfire response as we go into hurricane season, which is June through the end of November, which coincides with wildfire season. So making sure there's enough response for wildfires and hurricane response, because like we were saying, it's nationwide, so you'll have all these Oregon crews traveling outside of the state to help, and so that's why staffing is even more important this year, because this could be a pretty active hurricane season.
Wow, it sounds like an issue that we're going to have to be planning and prepping for now forever with climate change and all that.
Yeah.
Now, did I hear that with the staff, to help with the staff issues, that they're maybe going to increase pay to get a few more staff, more people out there?
That's what, Senator Wyden said, that he's really working toward increasing the pay scale for firefighters because, there's burnout, mental health is also a concern, especially when you have burnout. I mean, and all these hours and the time spent just responding to these fires, responding to different calls as well, responding to hurricane calls, just nationwide, any natural hazards that occur. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So for the amount of work that fire crews do, the state says they're wanting to reflect that in the pay scale.
Fair enough. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I know. They do so much for us. So
one thing that surprised me is I knew that, each year we're going to expect the worst. Each year it could be worse. But now they're really worried that it could be worse because last year wasn't so bad. Can you explain that? I know it's Eastern Oregon is kind of the hotbed, right?
It is, yeah. Southeastern Oregon is where meteorologists say they're really looking at this year as a place to keep an eye on when it comes to how dry it is, especially the state's grasslands. Really, really dry this year because last year we really didn't have that many major fires. So that just increases the fuel load because that grass just continued to grow through the last year. So lots of vegetation and lots of natural environment that's ripe for burning. And so larger fires could start easily, especially lightning strikes. It would only take one touchdown for a field to, burst into flames. And so that's something that is a big concern in Eastern Oregon. Because it was also so wet during the winter that now that's turned into more fuel available for burning.
Yeah, it's interesting how having less fire one year will increase it substantially the following year. So that's why they have these controlled fires, just to help with that.
Yeah,
but
that
you also
preventative
need
burning.
Staff for that and everything.
Right,
so,
you have to have the pay, you have to have the staff, you have
Yeah.
to just have, which is what they were asking for, is further investment into what's already there and laid out, like with technology as well, just more investment into some of these things that are already developing, and with pay, just more money budgeted for that too.
Yeah, well, thanks for being there for that. Also, this is also related to fires in a way. We're talking fireworks safety. Fireworks are now on sale. Now, this is in Oregon, but they're also on sale in Vancouver starting on Friday. So this is kind of a thing, right? We always hear about how fireworks are a problem and they cause the fires. Well, this means fire and police officials are getting ready as we approach 4th of July.
Yeah, so looking ahead, Portland Fire says that there were more fireworks caused fires last year. That was then the previous 2 years combined. They say they're taking extra steps to address firework-related fires.
Now, we did have professionals to talk to about this. We talked to P&F Fire and we talked to Jason Anderson. So this is what Jason had to say about it. Hopefully I can find that video for you.
It's coming.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sometimes it takes a little bit on here. There we go.
2021, we had, throughout the fireworks season, we had 307 fires, 15 fireworks caused fires during that season. Fireworks season 2022, we had 224 fires, 10 firework caused fires. Last year, in the fire season, we had 336 fires. 46 were determined to be caused by fireworks.
That's insane. Did
That's
you see those
crazy.
numbers?
Yeah.
I mean, now you see why they've actually made them, they're banned. You can't use them. You can only use them 4th of July. So you can go buy them all you want, and you know how you're hearing them a week before. Well, now we want you to report them because it is
Right.
a huge issue. They are
Yeah.
banned in Portland and in Vancouver, where they are extra fancy in Vancouver. We all know they're a little nicer out there. You got to go to the big things for that. But they're prohibited at state beaches, parks, and campgrounds.
Yeah, and it's just best not to risk it. I mean, violators could face fines up to $2,500. And Portland Fire and Rescue is asking you to call their arson team for more information if you witness anyone starting fireworks, or if you see fire, just make sure to call that in and report it. Yeah.
All right, helpful. Now, away from fires into summer fun. We know that it's warm
Yeah.
out there. We're looking at summer temperatures all week long. We may get a little bit of sprinkling on Thursday, but we're not even going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that closer to Thursday. What we're going to talk about is Oaks Park is now completely open. You can get discounted ride bracelets every Tuesday all summer long, and we're going to talk about that. But first, you will not believe this. Did you hear that that ride that everyone is hanging upside
The
down?
atmosphere.
It is open again.
Just this morning it was announced. Yeah. It's so it sounds like from the investigation, there were no mechanical, technical, or maintenance issues found, and they will no longer be offering the 360-degree experience. It will now be 180 degrees and 260 degrees. So riders won't go all the way around like they did before.
Which is good, because if they'd ever figured it out, like, let's not go there again. But I'll be curious to see what the 180 and the 260 is like. I'm curious to hear what viewers think. Are you going to ride it?
Would you ride
I'd
the
like
ride
to know
again?
what you thought of it. If you did do it, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it yet. I'm going to wait for viewers to tell me what it was like.
I know it's definitely something that was very alarming when we saw that,
Oh my
and
gosh.
so it's good that there are next steps being taken, and it'll be Let us know if you're interested in riding it and taking part again after all that happened. Yeah.
And even if you don't, Oaks Park is so much fun. I mean, there's so many other things to do right now.
Absolutely.
And we do have a way to get you discounted ride bracelets. All you have to do is use the promo code KATU, that's KATU, for a 22% off. And it's up to 6 ride tickets now through August 27th. And you can find a link to do that on our website at KATU.com/Oaks Park. You have to do this online. You can't just do it in person and tell them the promo code, but definitely worth it.
There's a lot to do. Yeah, at Oaks
I
Park.
love it. Do you like to roller skate?
Well, I haven't in a while. No,
It's
but
so
I do
fun.
like to do it.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. I was always really bad at roller skating. I was better at roller blading.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can do that there, So I am in roller derby, so I know all about the skating.
Oh, okay.
But I started it late in life. I started skating in my 30s. But I noticed that it's a lot easier for some people just to take the rollerblades in the rink in there, and they let you do that. They'll even let you rent them.
Oh, that's so
So
fun.
it's fun if
I
you're
didn't know
more
you could do
comfortable on that.
there.
So yeah, everyone should try that out. It's one of the very few wooden skate rinks left in the United States. I think it may be the last, so it's kind of special. So do that, do the rides, eat some carnival food. It's a great time.
I know. I haven't been this year, and I really, really want to go back.
We should go.
Me too.
We'll
We
celebrate your 6-month early
should. I was going to
birthday.
say, we'll start it really early.
Yeah, that would be fun. Well, either way, we hope you guys make it out there to Oaks Park and let us know what you thought of the Atmosphere ride and its new abilities. Also hoping that you can stay safe in the smoky air out there, but we'll keep you posted on what the air quality is. Watch us at 4, 5, and 6 p.m. tonight, and we'll be here again tomorrow at 11. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.
This has been a KATU News Digicast. KATU News is on your side.